Hey, what's up YouTube? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, as you can see on the screen, 70% of medical collection debt will soon be removed from credit reports, and it could boost your credit score. Okay? Now, here's the thing about this, guys. With the credit bureaus, the worse your credit file is, the more money they make, right? However, with Biden talking about creating a new credit bureau, also with talking about threatening of shutting down the old credit bureaus, all it is, so now the major credit bureaus, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, they're like, wait a minute, let's not do that. Let us see what else we can do to help out people, right? To help them to get a better credit score. So now they're starting to address medical bills. And so as of July 2022, that's coming up, what they're going to start doing is deleting medical bills. Now this is important so you can understand not just any type of medical bill. Let's understand what are they planning on doing. Okay? It said that medical collection debts would no longer appear on credit reports if that debt has been already paid. Okay? If the debt has already been paid. Now, here's something before we, let me finish this and then I'm going to explain something to you. The agencies are also increasing how long it takes for the debt to appear on a consumer report from 6 months to 1 year. And starting sometimes first half of next year, they also plan on removing unpaid medical collection debt from reports if it's less than $500. Okay? Now, let me explain to you guys something. When you have health insurance, okay, most people are not aware of this. When you have health insurance, in terms of what your health insurance covers, it depends on your deductible and what type of plan you have, right? So here's what happened. You go to the doctor. You have to pay a copay, all right? You go to the doctor if you need exams. You have to pay for those x-rays, okay? You have to pay to see the doctor, right? Okay, you have to pay to use the facility, okay? So in terms of something around there, some of these fees, like it may be an exam where the insurance may cover 90% and you owe 10% of it. So you're not aware of it. You're like, oh, my insurance has covered it. But your insurance only covered up to 90% of it. All right. Now, here's the thing about it you have to understand. When you ignore that bill and it shows up on your credit report, I always tell people to go back to the original, instead of it going to the collection company, go back to the original facilitator of that bill. And also reach out to your insurance company, because sometimes your insurance company can make some adjustments to take care of that bill as well. All right, and so a lot of people don't know it. So you may have had insurance with a job and then you left the job, but while you was with that job, you had a medical situation going on, and by you having a medical situation going on, you went to the doctor and stuff, and again, situations happen or whatever, and your insurance supposedly had it covered. But then when you left that job or you lost that job, you lost insurance, right? So after you lose that insurance, now, whatever's the remaining balance of any medical bills, you're responsible for. But the thing about it, because you was under that company, your thoughts is that the company took care of it. And so that's the reason most people end up with these small amount of medical bills. Now, with your FICO 8, your FICO 8, your FICO 9, your FICO 10, the new FICO score, which I'm going to talk about, they don't include counting your medical bill against you. It may show up on your credit file, but they do not calculate that into your credit score. okay? So where your Vantage score, like a lot of people use Credit Karma, which gives you your Vantage score. Or, you know, some of these banks like Capital One, they'll give you your Vantage score. Or even American Express, they'll give you your Vantage 3 score, right? And see, with Vantage score, they calculate those numbers. Well, with FICO score, if it's less than $100, they won't calculate it. If it's a paid off collection, they won't calculate it. And with your FICO score, but with Vantage score, it definitely gives you it may give you a higher number, but those data points are not correct. Okay, unfortunately. Now, understanding that in reference to removing these medical bills, now, like I said, these medical bills, if it's going to be $500 or less, like I said, beginning toward 2020, first half of 2023, then they shouldn't be on your credit file in the first place. Okay. Now, in terms of if a collection company, that's just the credit bureau, but that does not stop the collection company from collecting on it. Okay. That's another thing. This is just keeping it off of your credit report. That does not stop the collection company from coming after you for that, okay? And most of the time, like I said, you may want to reach out to your insurance company. They may do some adjustments to take care of it, or asking the collection company to send it back to the original biller so you can deal with them, and you may be able to do a pay for delete. Okay, but again, I guess for most people think, well, it won't be if it's less, if it's $500 or less, it won't show up on my credit file. That doesn't mean that collection companies, if your statutes of limitations, you have to understand this. If your statutes of limitations are not up, then they can still take legal action against you. Now, $500 or $100 is definitely not worth it to them. Because they only spent like maybe $5 to $10 on the paper, right? So it's more beneficial to them. Like I said, it won't show up on your credit report, so it won't affect you. But at the same time, just being harassed over such a small amount would definitely piss you off, right? So excuse me if that language is too harsh for some of you guys. I apologize. But at the same time, being able to understand, because it's not on the credit file, does not mean that you still don't owe the debt. Okay, so don't think that. So you definitely still should address that. Okay, now if you have any questions about other things that are on your credit report, or you're trying to get business credit funding, personal credit funding, I need you to click the link in the description and schedule a one-on-one consultation. And I hope that this video helps you. Thank you.